Hey friends, it's Liz, the official craft nerd, and today I have some more Shabby Chic home decor DIYs for you. So for my first project, I'm using these paper mache hearts that I got from Hobby Lobby recently. They come in a 2-pack for $2.99, and I thought these would be perfect for some just really pretty uh, vintagey, shabby chic, whatever have you decor pieces. All I'm doing is giving them both a coat of my linen white from Rust-Oleum, and I'm taking some pictures that I found on Google Images of just some vintage portraits that I just thought looked really pretty and unique and would definitely add some uniqueness to these hearts. And I just printed those out and just kind of doing a little fussy cut with these, and I'm just going to try to see what best suits each of these hearts on how to position them. And as you can tell with this portrait, I did kind of trim it just so it would, not bubble so much or fold too much on it. Now, again, you guys know I don't mind the wrinkles. I don't mind, if it's not perfectly smooth. I love when it has texture. So I just kind of messed around with this and using some Mod Podge by Plaid, I am going ahead and just Mod Podging these photos down onto both of these hearts. So once those are dry, I'm just taking some of this fabric rose trim that I've had for some time now, and I just think it's so pretty and definitely goes with the whole shabby chic look. You guys know that, with this type of style, there's really no wrong way to do it or right way or whatever. You just kind of add to it and just put whatever is, aesthetically pleasing. And I really played around with all different types of materials and flowers and beads and, just whatever, that I thought just was that pretty romantic vibe that I wanted for these. And I ended up just going with a strand of these beads that, are similar to pearls, and just kind of made like a little tassel hanger. And then I'm adding these fabric flowers as well. And I just loved how romantic this made it feel. I love the whole, of course, shabby chic. I've said it like 1,000 times now, but I love that style. I love that feel, that romantic, old, soft feel that just, I don't know, there's just something about it that I am so attracted to. So again, I just kind of threw things on these hearts and played around with a lot of different textures and ribbons and all of that. So like as you see here, I found this ribbon and I decided I was just going to kind of wrap it around the front of this heart and kind of frame the picture. I didn't want to take away from these images because I really thought they were unique and they were beautiful. And I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love old photographs and old pictures, and they just all tell this story. And I didn't want to take too much away from that, but again, with this style, I wanted to have all the extra pieces, that makes it so romantic and so, just a part of this style that I love so much. So I did want to show just the back side of this heart. Now, it looks a little messy because it's basically just all of the folded over ribbon, but nobody was going to see that, so I was not worried about it. If that is something that bothers you, you definitely can finish it up a lot cleaner, but I decided not to, and I wanted to put more of my energy on making sure the front of this looked perfect. And so I'm adding some more of that, those fabric roses and some more the beads that kind of just drape around, and adding just a little bit more ribbon here and there, little touches, just to make these both just perfect. So I absolutely loved how these ended up. These are probably some of my most favorite pieces to date. You guys, let me know what you think about these hearts down below. Okay, y'all, so today's video is a collab with the one, the only, the Indiana Jones herself. I absolutely adore this woman. I have known her for some time now, and she has been such an encouraging supporter of my channel, and she has so much fun on her channel. So if you guys have not checked her out, please, please, please do. Her videos are amazing, but she goes live all the time, has so much fun on her shows, and she is such a character. Like, please, you guys, do yourself a favor, check her out. You will not be disappointed at all. So this next project is actually a flip project. I got this pretty heavy duty box from Goodwill. Very ornate looking, definitely old looking, but not actually old, you know. And I thought this thing was gorgeous. But of course, I wanted to paint it. And when I bought it, I knew I was going to paint it. Now, I will say this was one of those projects that after I started painting it, I started to question myself, like, oh no, should I have done this? Should I have really, shouldn't I have just left it alone? I don't know. You guys have been there before, right? Where you have literally started a project and thought, oh man, this was not what I was thinking it was going to be. I have that happen a lot. So in any case, I did paint the whole thing, and then I decided that I wanted to take this really pretty vintage rose paper that I had, and I wanted to decoupage it onto the front of this, and of course the sides and the back. I loved the way that this paper looked on this box, and I thought, I'm going to make this work. Now I did have to kind of stop in the middle of this, take a break, have a breather, just because I wasn't sure if this is what I wanted it to be. And it was so frustrating. And I know you guys have probably all been there, where you have this vision in your mind of something that you want to create, and it doesn't necessarily come out that way. So, when it comes to stuff like that for me, when I feel like I have to force what I'm doing, I know I need to stop and walk away and clear my head a little bit, and then I can come back to it with a clear perspective. And that's exactly what I had to do with this project. So I will say though, when I came back, and at this point it let all the Mod Podge dry, all of that, I was pleasantly surprised. I loved what happened in that moment that I was away. Like, everything dried up, and of course, there's going to be wrinkles in this, and truthfully, the box itself had a lot of texture, so I know a lot of that was coming through, but I loved how that shone through these papers. And of course, I'm taking my Waverly Antique Wax, I'm going over the edges of the box, on the corners. I wanted to definitely bring those details out. And then of course, I'm also going to go over these papers as well, and these images, because I wanted this whole box to have that old vintagey romantic feel to it. And you guys, I understand that I say shabby chic a lot, and vintage and old, and I really have no other terminology for this other than that. This is just my style, my flow, and so I'm going to say those things a lot, but I am just obsessed with these things. So you guys, this was how I finished the box up. Super simple. I just took some of these really pretty fabric flowers that I had, put them up in the corner, and thought, okay, that's it, I'm done. And the way this turned out in the end made my heart skip a beat, y'all. Like, I hated this in the beginning and then totally fell in love with it. So you guys tell me what you think. Okay, guys, this is my final project, and this one was a labor of love. I wanted to do a lamp, and so I found a lamp and the lampshade. They didn't come together, they were separate pieces, but I got them from Goodwill, and I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. I wanted this old, obviously, you can tell this is an old lampshade. I wanted to give it new life with these roses. I'm using Dollar Tree roses, and now I know somebody's going to ask me how many bundles it took me. You guys, this was a huge lampshade, so I'm pretty sure I went through at least 20 bundles of the roses, but I honestly, I can't tell you. I think there was like, each bundle has like, what, 5 or 6 roses to it, and I went through quite a bit. But now, mind you, I had all these roses already on hand. I went kind of crazy on them over Valentine's Day and started stocking up because I know that I use them in projects a lot. So no worries. This really didn't cost me anything because I already had it on hand, but it was, like I said, a labor of love. I had to go through and cut off all those little extra pieces of plastic off the back and then hot glue each of these flowers up around the lampshade. Now, I didn't record it all for you because it would have took forever. But this was where it was when I got finished up with it. Now, I do finish that bottom off, so don't worry. But I wanted to move on to the actual lamp post itself. It was just this, wood stained piece, and I thought it was really cool. I liked the shape of it. I did sand it down just a bit to kind of give it a little bit of texture and to make sure that if there was any kind of like a wax sealant or anything over top of it, that I kind of got that, removed. I'm taking ballet slipper from Waverly Chalk Paint, and I'm giving this one coat, and I really, really like this pink. And you guys, I really was not a big fan of pink until I got into this style, and I think a little bit of pink here and there doesn't hurt you. I absolutely love this color. It's so soft, it's so pretty. And once I got this whole thing painted and I got it dried with my little handy dandy heat gun there, I went back with some Waverly and plaster, which y'all know is my color, and I'm just gonna dry brush over the pink. And this is a preference of mine. You guys don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I wanted to kind of do like this reverse de-stressing, not using the brown or the wax or whatever, but using this plaster color just to give it that softer vibe. And y'all, this was the final product. This lampshade, I am in love with. I added a little bit of fringe around the bottom, and I just think it's gorgeous. These were such a fun collection of Shabby Chic pieces to do, and I want to thank Annie for working with me on this because she definitely pushed me to put some amazing things out there for you guys. So I really, really hope that y'all enjoyed this video, that you liked what you saw. Like, if you're new here, I hope you subscribe, and please like the video, share the video, comment down below which one of these was your favorite. And you guys, until next time, thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all, and stay safe.